With us now is Joe Salamone. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, Donna. Thank you. How are you?
Good. We're going to be talking a little bit about bullying, and you started your own coalition.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about that. What made you decide to go forward with that?
So as a kid, I was bullied from the 6th through the 12th grade, varying degrees of severity throughout the time. But the most intense was like 6th through, I would say, in the beginning of 9th grade. When I got to 9th grade, I had pretty much made the decision that I couldn't do the next 4 years like the last 3 in middle school, and I had started making the preparation to take my life. I made a list of all the things I considered to be of value to me, who I wanted to have them after I was gone, and wrote the note. Through the intercession of a teacher in the second week of 9th grade, who asked me to stay after school, who some years later I would find out only did it because she noticed something about me that she said needed a little extra.
Okay.
So she invited me to join the yearbook staff, something I didn't want to do, but I gave it a shot, and that shot is why I'm still here.
That's fantastic.
So I took that experience and an experience in 2013 at an island hospital, an area hospital, and I witnessed a special needs individual be openly mocked and harassed in front of the waiting room full of people. And nobody did anything to challenge the behavior. So I figured in an environment where that behavior is still allowed and where those kids felt comfortable enough to do that with an audience, and that audience did nothing to challenge the behavior, that something more needed to be done. So 8 years later now, here we are.
And so the official title is Long Island Coalition Against Bullying.
Correct.
Okay. Now, when you start something like this, a coalition, do you realize that you're in a great position as a mentor to start and help other programs all over the country?
When you start something, you don't necessarily embrace that.
Right.
As the years have progressed, of course, I have. I wouldn't say it's even something I'm completely comfortable. A lot of some of the other, supplemental responsibilities that come along with this, but it's, now I've tried to, be a little bit more comfortable with them. But when you start it, you don't ever really anticipate all these other things that come along with it.
Right, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I started something, and now what, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that has to work, and this has to work. And it's kind of like the show in a way, because it just keeps growing, and sometimes it grows beyond you.
Yep.
So I had asked you, the reason I wanted you to come on is I wanted to talk about your capital campaign. How can my audience help you? And how can they start something in their own communities? What are you doing?
Well, we're trying to make a few pivots in the wake of the pandemic. Obviously, we can't go into schools at the moment, and so we're trying to make sure that while kids are home, some are in school doing the hybrid thing, that there are opportunities to still make sure that these programs are kept in the forefront. So we're kind of embracing more of a technology use for the better.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do now is we're in the early stages of developing a mobile application that will be available on both Android and the App Store that will allow kids the ability to get resources and get help if they need it, but more importantly, get kids connected more with their friends and make new peers.
Like a peer, a peer group.
I don't want it to be something where it's like, oh, download this so if you have a problem with bullying, you know where to go. And most kids are not going to download something like that. So you've got to provide some
other. Got to be cool.
Right, absolutely. You have to give them an incentive to download it. And then once they're used to using it and it's on their phone, then if they experience a problem or witness a problem, they know that they have something on their phone that will give them immediate access to people that can help them. But that's an expensive endeavor. So we're trying to bring in money through grants, through generosity and donations and sponsorships and such to fund that project. So that would be a big help.
Okay.
And the other pivot is an online learning platform that will allow us to be able to get inside schools and work with kids to learn more about bullying and depression and anxiety and the mental health ramifications to it without us, like I said, having to go inside the school. Or even when we return to in-person workshops, the ability to kind of extend ourselves a bit more. So we might be in school A on a Thursday, but it doesn't mean that 5 other schools aren't accessing the learning platform to get other workshops or supplemental information from the one we either gave them or, a workshop that they're still yet to get.
Congratulations on turning your challenging times, into the ability to help others.
Thank you.
And I'm happy that you didn't decide to end your life.
Thank you.
And I'm happy that that teacher saw something special in you. And I'm happy that you saw something that really just turned your stomach and you decided to step up and do something about it. That's what it takes. Just takes somebody like saying, you know what? It might not be the easiest thing to start this whole big coalition, but you did it.
Yeah.
And now you're growing it.
Yep.
So congratulations, Joe.
Thank you.
It was nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And please keep in touch with us because I was bullied when I was in second grade. We've actually done a lot of stories on suicide, and especially during these times, we all need to kind of like look out for each other. And I like your idea about the app. I think it's important.
Thank you.
Social acceptance, no matter how
Absolutely.
it comes for each person.
Yep.
All people working together.
Absolutely.
You're a good guy, Joe.
Thank you very much.
If you want to start something like this in your community, or if you're somebody that needs help, or you know somebody in crisis, reach out. Don't do this alone. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.